Late one winter night, in a desolate farmhouse far in the Bavarian countryside, something sinister occurred. A family's peaceful existence was shattered just like that. As snow fell, their world went dark. The Hinterkaifeck farm was no stranger to isolation, but what happened next would be anything but ordinary. With every whisper of the wind, a chilling secret began to stir, one that would change everything. One by one, the family members would disappear, dragged into the cold grip of an unspeakable evil. Were they taken, or was there a dark force hidden within their very walls? But it doesn't stop there. No, the mystery only grows darker. Strange footprints appeared in the snow, leading straight from the woods, but none leading back. How could this be? What? Who would do this? As the investigation dug deeper, whispers began to rise about a hidden figure. But what if the family had been watched the whole time? What if someone stayed among them, living, watching, and waiting for the right moment? The noises, the strange events, echoes coming from the attic. Things moved around, mysterious, unsettling, as though something or someone was living in that house. Could it really be true? Was the family's worst nightmare hidden in plain sight? Why? Why did the house feel so alive, like it refused to let go of its terrible secret? Welcome to Dark Whispers, the unsettling world where nightmares are born, and reality is often more terrifying than fiction. Join us, if you dare. In the Bavarian Alps, far away from the nearest village, lived the Gruber family. Andreas, his wife, Celia, their daughter Victoria, and their two grandchildren aged 2 and 7. But on March 31st, 1922, disaster struck. It had been building up for weeks. The strange sounds, the feeling of unease in the air. Something dark was coming, and no one could stop it. Andreas reported seeing odd footprints in the snow leading to the farmhouse, but no footprints leading away. And then came the sounds, footsteps creeping in the attic, the subtle creak of floorboards at night, whispers, far too late for anyone to still be awake. But no one had answers. Could they have missed something, or was it simply too late? When the police arrived, they found the house locked up tight, too tight. At first, it looked like a case of missing persons. But what they uncovered, well, it made that theory disappear in an instant. The family hadn't just vanished, now they had been murdered, one by one, brutally. But it gets worse. It wasn't just a murder, it was a series of brutal killings. And the killer, whoever they were, didn't run away after. No, they stayed. They hid in the farmhouse, among the bodies, maybe for days. Imagine it. After every kill, the killer came back. They returned to a home filled with death, lived in it like nothing was wrong, eating their food, sleeping in their blankets, using their warmth. Why, how, and who could do such a thing? There was no sign of forced entry, no sign of a vehicle leaving, none. And that's when the impossible began to seem possible. Was it a stranger, or was it someone the family knew well? Someone who had lived among them all along? And as the investigation continued, things only got stranger. Neighbors reported hearing noises at night, footsteps coming from the attic long after the family was gone. Was something still there, a ghost, or just an unexplainable horror? Why did everything in that house just feel so wrong? Weeks turned into months, yet still no answers, no closure. The mystery deepened, theories piled up, and more strange occurrences kept happening. Haunting the farm. Was the place cursed? Even now, decades later, people say it is. They say if you go there, you can still hear the sounds, the whispers. You can still feel something watching you. To this day, the Hinterkaifeck murders remain unsolved. Who killed the Gruber family? Why? What truly happened that night in that forgotten farmhouse? Was the killer hiding in plain sight? Or could there be something even darker, even more sinister, lurking beyond human understanding?